Alrighty, getting ready to get started here. Welcome everybody to the Concordia University versus uh, ECU, the Warriors. So Bulldogs versus the Warriors League of Legends match. Still trying to get the hang of how we're gonna stream these bad boys, but right now it looks like everything should be set up correctly. But we're going to get started. So picks and bans have already gone through, and we are ready to go. On the side of Concordia University, we will have Oscar Moss playing Darius. We will have The Bug 202 playing Anivia. We'll have Mr. Boogie Woogie playing Volibear, Pine Wall playing Nami, and El Gringazo playing Caitlyn. On the opposing side for the Warriors, we have Bon the Quad playing Lee Sin. We'll have Dieterja playing Lulu, Rafi Puffy on the Renekton, Static Shot on Misfortune, and Dylan Sitter on the Lysandra. So things are getting underway. We'll have a 2-minute pause as we wait for the spectator delay. There's also a 3-minute delay on the actual stream itself, so things will be a little bit further delayed today, but we're excited to get going. But this is the NECC activation week 1 for the League of Legends team. So both of our teams, or our single team, is going to be playing today. They'll play 2 matches. The first one here, which is supposed to start around 5:15. We got off to a little bit of a later start due to just some delays and other errors here and there. But we'll get into the game here in just 40 seconds. The activation week, of course, is just where teams like the teams are figuring out where they're going to be sitting rank-wise. So right now, our team, mostly a new team here to League of Legends, so going to be kind of challenging as the team we're going up against is a bunch of silvers. Should be a pretty good, close competition overall. Very, very excited to see things get going here for the Bulldogs. We'll be back in just 1 second when we get loaded onto the Rift.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alrighty now, we're here on the Rift, getting ready for things to go. I think we have an audio issue at the moment though, and I'm trying to figure out how to fix that, so give me just 1 minute, but we'll hop into this game.
Minions have spawned.
Test, test, test. So there we go. I have now finally have audio. So we're going to get started now with the way that this game is getting started. Very rough today on our end, but we're really excited to get going as the bans that came out of the ESU or CU, the Warriors side, were all 80 carry bans. So El Gringazo was definitely the focus of who they did not want to allow playing on his strongest champions, and I'd have to say that I actually totally agree. Maybe not to the extent of banning 580 carries, but definitely he deserves a little bit of respect, especially his Jhin and Draven. He got the respect on those two for sure, but he took a lot of bans, so a lot of resources were put into the way that this bot lane is going to play out on the side of the Warriors. So we'll see if it pays off for him. As of right now, they've got the level 2. They're putting down some damage, though, a little bit early here in this bot lane. So right now, the bot lane of CUNE definitely putting on the pressure and trying to find some sort of advantage early down here. Looks like the CS advantage will be in their favor as I rearrange the horrifically done thing here. So fantastic. So now we've got the setup going down in the bot lane. Right now, CS is just about dead even. Here in the top lane, there's starting to be a little bit more of a discrepancy, 23-17. Meanwhile, in the in the jungle, which why do I have jungle and mid lane flipped around? Odd. Anyways, in the jungle, or it's also sitting about even. So all around, this is supposed to be a pretty even match for between the Bulldogs and the Warriors. So we'll see how things get going. Oscar Moss and Rafi are starting to duke it out just a little bit. That bleed is going to be very important from the Darius. You know, this is a double bully lane essentially. So both sides are going to have some issues. That's a really good stun coming through as Boogie Woogie is going to come in on the gank, and Dylan is going to have to flash out of there. So flash out of the mid lane as Rafi comes down just a little bit to put a ward. Very smart wards currently on the side of the Warriors as well as CUNE. Bulldogs have 2 wards to the 3 wards going on. A whole line of wards on the side of the Warriors. They definitely want to keep their junglers safe, which is a smart idea for them. Meanwhile, a little bit of a CS discrepancy building in the bot lane, 24-18. Rafi Pafi in the top, also continuing to maintain his lead. In the jungle, they're dead on. However, there's been a little bit more presence from the side of the dogs as Mr. Boogie Woogie did get off a successful gank in the mid lane. Oscar Moss taking a lot of bully pressure here in the top lane as we now look around here to see how the bot lane is doing. Not much action totally going down here. 5 minutes. Mr. Boogie Woogie will be showing his face down here, though. So they're looking for a gank opportunity against Static. He seems to be the current thing. Polymorphed, though, is El Gringazo. He's going to be very low, but here comes Mr. Boogie Woogie coming in on the back side. He's going to try and gank. That's a flash out of Static. And Deity, or Dieter, I will call him Dieter because I just don't know on the Lulu. Going to take some damage as well. Oscar Moss in trouble up here in the top lane. Going to get the heal and have to use the flash. So the heal from the Q and flashing under turret to stay safe. That's a pretty good engage there from the side of Rafi as he was able to just start to bully a little bit. Oscar Moss able to stick around because Rafi takes 2 tower shots. So that's not a good situation for him as he was really looking to maybe dive that turret and get the kill. We're going to see now Concordia looking to take the first dragon. Good prioritization there as they had the bot lane and mid lanes pushed in. So really good job by Concordia to understand that they had the pressure necessary to move in and take that objective and get things started. That Mountain Drake is definitely going to be very important to get things going. Mr. Boogie Woogie and the Bug in here to steal the blue buff away from that Lee Sin. However, it looks like Lee Sin actually traded that objective on the other side. We'll actually get to take a look here perhaps at what he did, but we're going to watch this gank here in the mid lane first. Putting on a little bit of pressure, and the Bug will find this pink ward here in the bush. Things getting going now as no kills yet. Been a killless game. Figured it would be a little bit more aggressive, but both teams really trying to feel each other out, trying to find out where they're able to get an advantage. Right now, though, CS advantage definitely for Rafi here in the top lane. He's going to have a pretty good item advantage as well. Oscar Moss deciding to go for those boots. Smart decision, especially with the amount of harass that she is being put onto her at the moment. I guess I should mention that all of our players, Oscar Moss here in the top lane is Rachel, and she is if I had my notes, I could remember exactly what year she is. I believe she is a sophomore or junior. On top of that, you've got Mr. Boogie Woogie, Kristoff in the jungle, the Bug, Parker, a freshman in the mid lane, El Gringazo is Eduardo. And here in the top lane, we now have a gank going through. However, the stun is going to unfortunately miss there, but here comes the engage as Mr. Boogie Woogie joins the fight. Oscar Moss in some trouble. Now Mr. Boogie Woogie also in trouble, but the Bug also shows up. That's the mid laner coming in. Mr. Boogie Woogie very low. Everyone's low. Rafi Puffy able to get in there and find first blood onto Oscar Moss. That's very unfortunate for them right now, and a double kill will also come through. Very unfortunate as the Bug needs to get out of there. He might find himself on the end of a triple kill. Ooh, he is very low. He might fall to that minion if there's one more shot, and it is going to be extremely tight. So, unfortunately, there the dogs overstaying in the top lane. They really need to just get out of there when they realized that the other laners were very high health. So now, advantage going to Rafi Puffy, getting first blood and a double kill. He's going to have a very big advantage up there. Also, a 78 CS to the 48 on the side of Oscar Moss. Right now, advantage for them. The Warriors are going to have a pretty good advantage. El Gringazo going to find himself on the end of that ultimate. And Pinewall launching that ult from Nami going through. A lot of damage, but the Lulu able to keep up static with those shields. Definitely going to force them under turret here in a minute. You can see why this team from the Warriors were very concerned about this bot lane, as El Gringazo is able to carry very hard on the side of Concordia. So they put on a lot of efforts to make sure he was thoroughly banned out. We'll see if that continues to pay off and if Rafi Puffy can find some sort of advantage here in the top lane. Going to use a lot, but that's going to be a pretty hefty bleed stack coming through. Almost the fifth one. As Oscar Moss will turn around Rafi Puffy down to a very dangerous amount of health. He's going to have to back up there in the top lane. Moving forward now, we'll take a look at the CS scores. Discrepancy in the bot lane in favor of the Bulldogs. In the top lane in favor of the Warriors. Jungle is in favor of the Warriors as well, with the 2 assists also sitting nicely on that Lee Sin. Then you're going to find that the mid lane is pretty tight up, so that's going to be maybe a tipping point for both of these teams. Perhaps an opportunity for them to, find an advantage where the rest of their teammates are unable to. Rafi Puffy with the level up on Oscar Moss is going to go in on this. An early Q out of Oscar Moss is unfortunate there. Only gets 1 stack of bleed. Doesn't uses the wrong combo. Really should have done some auto attacks, then queued to get the heal. Bond the quad coming through for an unsuccessful gank in the bot lane. As Mr. Boogie Woogie's also hanging around down there, there might be a little action here on the bot side. Level 9 to be hit now on the side of Oscar Moss. But she is getting definitely pulled away from this. There's going to be an engage. Rafi Pafi going in. Lots of damage coming down. Ooh, Oscar Moss going to miss the Q, though, so will not get any health back. I bet you this is going to be a dive out of Rafi Pafi. Looks like he wants to just get a little bit of that turret first. He's going to get focused at the turret. Won't be able to get the kill onto Oscar Moss, and Oscar Moss is going to be very, very low in this situation. She's going to stick around just a little bit longer. Doesn't have any pots or any other sustain. Meanwhile, on the bot side, this Infernal Drake is up, and that's going to go over to the side of the Warriors as they have a little bit more pressure. Oscar Moss here, finding Rafi Pafi. She does connect to get the heal. However, that ultimate from Rafi Pafi is going to come out. Now, we have a fight on the bot side. That's going to be a kill going over to Mr. Boogie, or sorry, El Green Gonzo. Static's going to possibly go down to Boogie Woogie. Tries to get in a little bit more aggressive and isn't able to find anything, but they do find 2 kills down on the bot side for the Bulldogs, so it's not a total loss. With the error up top, 1 kill going over to the Nami, unfortunately, but the other one getting on to El Green Gonzo, the AD carry. So, once again, El Green Gonzo looking to be the main carry for this team if he's able to stay safe. However, on the opposing side, their carry is going to be this Renekton, who is a beast at getting to the back line, so might have an issue keeping El Green Gonzo safe, and definitely having to peel for him a lot more than you normally would. Turret plates right now across the board up in the top lane. That's a lot of turret plates. There's only 1 left up there. Here on this bot turret, I think there's about 2 or 3 that are still left. Definitely just 2. As El Green Gonzo and them are getting very good value out of this to get started. Not the same amount of value on the side of the Warriors, as gold is still about dead even between the 2 teams. Oscar Moss going to get ganked up here. Bond the quad, able to find the Q. However, Oscar Moss using the flash gets away just in time that nothing else can go through. It looks like there's going to be some turrets. Turret plating will be found up there. Rafi Pafi and Oscar Moss. Rafi Pafi, though, with level 11, so that's the extra level on the ultimate. Oscar Moss is going to go down. No, gets the Q off, but yeah, she'll live. She'll definitely live there. Gets the Q off to get enough health, regardless of the burn that was happening there. Rafi Pafi is here. He's going to get the stun and get the kill while also getting the turret. Going to go into that prison there, but on the quad dangerously low. This is going to be a really good exchange for the side of Concordia, as Mr. Boogie Woogie is going to pick up a kill along with the Bug in the mid lane. Beautiful invade there onto the jungle. So the only place right now that CUNE not having success is in that top lane. Having and finding really good success pretty much everywhere else on the map. Wish they could have gotten maybe that second Drake, the Infernal Drake on their side, but not able to find that. Rafi Pafi in here to steal the jungle, and that's a level 11 Renekton there, dude. I don't think you want any of that action. He does get in there and try to engage with El Grigazo nearby, but he's not going to be able to get anything. That will make him stunned. Oscar Moss is also here, but there is not going to be quite a bit. They will go on the chase. The Bug has got pretty good speed there, but they're not going to find the stun to figure it out. Meanwhile, on the bot lane, Pinewall holding up here as the AD carry is gone from her lane at the moment. Off elsewhere. Trying to get the engage on Rafi Pafi, but they weren't able to find him. So an unfortunate early engage there from Mr. Boogie Woogie simply just gives another kill over to Rafi. He is absolutely on fire. 5-0 at the moment. That Q is going to connect, and incoming is the Bug, so there won't be an engage. As they saw that teleport coming in, decided not to engage on Pinewall, though it would have been a pretty good engage had it actually gone down. Oscar Moss going to be in trouble here. Rafi Pafi just too strong. El Gringazo down here will find himself getting out of danger somehow. Impressively done there as Mr. Boogie Woogie comes in, forces the ultimate out of Dylan. Dylan is going to go down to El Gringazo, though, in that mid lane. On the quad here, Rafi Pafi as well. Mr. Boogie Woogie, I don't think saw Rafi Pafi there, as they are chasing now. Will he follow that Q in? Very important. Ooh, beautifully done by El Gringazo as he uses as he uses the Gale Force there to dive forward and finish off Bond the Quad. That puts him up as 3-0. Bot lane turret is destroyed in exchange for that engage as well. So CUNE finding things, keeping this gold even. They simply need to get the shutdown onto Rafi Pafi and able to find more success here right now. Rafi Pafi looking down here in the mid lane, looking to see if there was any CUNE members down there. They are backing. Mr. Boogie Woogie also smartly trying to get out of the way. Does not want to deal with Rafi Pafi at the moment. They're going to need quite a few members to do that. Rafi Pafi roaming. Oscar Moss, meanwhile, up top. Rafi Pafi will take that TP to get top and clear those minions out. As it looks like the Warriors are setting up for this second Drake. Concordia now reacting to that. Mr. Boogie Woogie going in very early, though. Looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble. He's trying to buy for some time for the rest of his team to get in there, but he's going to go down. Rafi, that's going to be a kill going over. Mostly, I believe, that went over to the Lysandra, to Dylan. Bond the Quad goes in, but he must have forgotten about the fact that there is an egg on that Anivia. And so he is able to get out very smartly there. So they will take that second Drake. That's going to be a Wind Drake that is with us for the rest of this game. And right now, things are looking good on both sides of the map. Only one turret taken for both teams. Only 7-6 in the kill ratio. Most of the kills for the side of the Warriors are sitting on that Renekton. He's the one sort of carrying them forward. And they'll be looking to get Rift Herald here to help crack open another turret. I bet you that this Rift Herald gets used mid lane to break open this map at least a little bit more for their mid laner, the Lysandra. CS-wise across the map, you of course can see Rafi Pafi in the top lane. He's absolutely dominating with 166 CS. However, the CS advantages are in favor of the Bulldogs in mid lane and in bot lane, not far behind. 3-0 and 2-0 on the mid lane and bot lane. So 2 members from Concordia that are able to maybe help carry and push this forward. That's a really good stun onto Bond the Quad. Not able to find anything further, but at least letting them know that they are paying attention and they are going to try and find some sort of advantage. Meanwhile, in the top lane, you can see that this second tier turret is getting focused. Mr. Boogie Woogie is going to come up here. However, I bet you that Rafi Pafi is able to 2v1 this situation. However, the bug is also here. He's going to see that, and he's going to start pulling back because he knows that there are perhaps even more members of CUNE in that area. Concerted effort to take the bot lane turret now. 3 members of the Warriors are going to be down there. They'll summon Rift Herald even to help take it even faster. Rafi Pafi going to take a lot of damage. He's actually going to get stunned up here. He's going to pop his ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. Not going to be enough as they will take down Rafi Pafi. And Dylan Star is able to get away there at the last little bit. But the shutdown will come through. Beautifully done by Concordia to just focus him down and finish him off. However, it looks like that there's a lot being pushed down here in the bot lane. Mr. Boogie Woogie's going to try to make some sort of a grand entrance. Looks like they're going to try and find the Lulu. He's going to get polymorphed and rooted. That's going to take him out. Not a good situation there, but Bond the Quad is very low. He's going to get the ulted by the Lulu, keeping himself healthy at least for the moment. So unsuccessful gank there as he just gets caught, as Mr. Boogie Woogie just gets caught out and shut down. Meanwhile, up top, that is going to be Oscar Moss successfully pushing in that turret, so that's going to make it 3 turrets to 2 in favor of Concordia. So right now, across the board, we'll just once again see that the advantage is still in favor of the top lane from the Warriors. However, the rest of the map looking to still sort of lean in favor of the Bulldogs. We'll see if they are able to continue to turn around the entire, turn this game in their favor, especially when it comes to farm. Boogie Woogie now farming up his camps. El Green Gazo down here, 3-0 with 170 CS, doing pretty good. Needs to continue to find himself in good positions. He is playing very aggressive, though, when it comes to his role, so really good job by him right now, especially using that Gale Force to his advantage to find the kills. Cloud Drake, number 2, coming up here in just the 50 seconds. So soon that will be up, and then everybody's looking to that as the next objective. Rafi Pafi does have his teleport ready, as they just seem to be trying to get a little bit of vision across the board. You can see down there a lot of vision right now in favor of the Warriors. They're doing a very good job warding and trying to keep Concordia shut out of that top jungle area. However, Concordia has some pretty good wards going down near that bottom side. Looks like a 4-man team coming through, and there's the teleport as all 5 members of the Warriors are going to be here to take this Drake. Putting down some wards are Concordia. We'll see here if they're able to take the fight. The Bug is going to get the first kill onto the Lulu, followed by another kill. But Rafi Pafi going in. He's not going to be able to find anything, though, as he will get taken out. Mr. Boogie Woogie going in forward as he's the tank there. This is a clean fight right now out of Concordia. No members down for them. Mr. Boogie Woogie continuing the chase onto Bon the Quad. He's going to find a shield here, doing a little bit more damage. He's going to get under this turret. Not going to follow up, but that is a 4-0 in favor of Concordia University, as they are now going to push forward and find more advantages. They're going to find they lose out on the Drake, get a 4-0 fight, and they will take the mid turret and the bot turret for that exchange right now. Once again, missing out on that. It's not an important Drake. The 4th Drake is the one they're really going to have to be careful about, but this opens up the map on the bot side massively for Concordia to get things going, which is really good right now for them, as they were having issues, or they were going to be having some issues with Rafi Pafi, perhaps, with the advantage that he had top lane. But right now, they're able to find things and do a pretty good job. Looks like now there's going to be a little bit of a contest here in the jungle, as Concordia is taking some jungle camps. Danger pings all around, as the Warriors are looking to push forward here. Nothing to fight over here, so both teams have to be very careful, but it looks like Warriors are going to be rotating mid. Now starting to rotate towards the Baron. This slow rotation towards the Baron, however, is a very slow one. They're not actually going to end up doing that, so they are going to back off, as they weren't able to beat Concordia to the mid lane to push a turret, and they weren't able to decide. They don't really want to take that Baron fight yet, as they straight up lost the previous team fight. So they'll have to sort of reassess and find out what they're going to do. Right now, a nice 4K gold lead coming out on the side of Concordia, as they now have 5 turrets to 2. Rafi Pafi moving in here to take this turret. He will find it, and he's looking at Oscar Moss with a very, yummy looking, like, maybe I could take out this top laner, as he has been able to before in many situations. So he will back off, as many members of the Bulldogs are reacting to this. We do see Bon the Quad trying to find a flank here in the jungle. Rafi Pafi is going to get stunned up. Bon the Quad going to find his Q, though. He's going to go in. Mr. Boogie Woogie hops in as well, but he actually overshoots his targets. That's a really good stun, though, coming through. Rafi Pafi trying to find the Bug, but Mr. Boogie Woogie chasing it on Bon the Quad. There's nobody else here from Concordia, though, really to back it up. Boogie Woogie's going to get taken down. Oscar Moss in here in the middle of the fight is going to find some kills, though. They're going to move forward and continue this fight. Oscar Moss and the Bug are able to do it. Double kill for the Bug, and Oscar Moss will find Bon the Quad with her first kill here in the game. So what looked like a losing fight, because it was 5 members of the Warriors up top will actually be a win for Concordia, who only put 3 members in. You have Pine Wall and you have El Green Gonzo here in the mid lane, just continuing to push in to the enemy base. A fantastic call, as they, well, I guess just sort of figured they were able to take the fight with how much more power they had between the Bug and Mr. Boogie Woogie, just tanking everything in that scenario. So, fantastic call by Concordia, as that's going to put them up even more gold. That's going to bust open an inhib turret and an inhib in the mid lane and really open up this game now for Concordia to move around, be a little bit more flexible, maybe even get one of these Drakes back, possibly even look for the Baron in this kind of situation where now the Warriors have to very much focus on the fact the mid lane is very opened up. This is going to be Bon the Quad coming in, but Mr. Boogie Woogie's on the backside. Oh, he's going to get interrupted on his jump even. He's going to go down. Rafi Poffy is also here, but that's 4 members of Concordia. They're going to find some really good stuns. He's trying to go in on Pine Wall and find at least 1 kill for himself. Will he be able to do so? No, he will not. El Green Gonzo is going to be unstoppable. 5-0 with this Caitlyn. Of course they banned out all 5 of his 80 carries because they wanted to force him onto something he can't play. Guess what? He plays them all. My goodness, what a play there by Concordia. They continue to push in the top lane, as that seems to be the next objective for them. They're going to bust open this inhib turret, as there are still 2 members, the most powerful member out of the Warriors down, and their jungler. Oh my goodness, this match is going absolutely insane right now in favor of the Bulldogs. They're going to find a really good kick there, but luckily Static is able to get in the way and not let Dietra go down. Dieter. It's Dieter. I'm pronouncing it terribly wrong. Once again, here are some minions slamming on that Nexus turret as Concordia is finding themselves nearly 7k gold ahead in this scenario. A fantastic position for Concordia to be in right now, as they have backed and are now looking to go and pick up this Drake. The Warriors are not going to be able to react to this. They have to push out as quickly as they can and then turn around and burn as fast as they can down towards this Drake that's already being started up and finished by Concordia. So there's no point in them heading down this direction now, as Concordia now will turn their sights to the bot lane and this bot lane turret. Wonderful job right now by Concordia in prioritizing where they need to go next, prioritizing who's got the power and who they can stick with to get through with this. Bon the Quad looking for anything in his jungle, but Concordia has it all cleared out, as Concordia has 5-man grouped in the bot. You can see here in the top lane, there are minions that they have to deal with, so if they answer this down here, they're going to have to go top and deal with that. And if they don't answer that, then look here. We've already got a turret down. Fantastic job going on the last of the inhibitors to go down. Fantastic, as they destroy that inhibitor and now are looking to continue the push onto the Nexus. Bon the Quad looking for anything he can. He finds the Bug. He's going to go in on it, but unfortunately, he's not going to find anything except for death there because there's just too much. The Bug is also going to end up killing the Lysandra? I don't know how that happened. I think he got hit by minions there at the end. My goodness, what a turn. As now that's 2 members down. Concordia is just going to look to try and finish this off, because it's a 3v5. They're going to get the stun onto Rafi Poffy, going to get him knocked up as well. He has to burn the ultimate to be able to stay alive in that situation. Poking down his El Green Gonzo onto that turret. Will he be able to find it here? One more auto attack is going to take it out. They're now working on the second Nexus turret. Moving forward very quickly is Concordia to try to finish off this game in surprisingly strong fashion here. The early game was a little bit hesitant, as Rafi Poffy was definitely looking like someone who could take over in that scenario, but it just ends up that they were able to then group up around the mid lane, around the mid game, and then turn it into a very solid play here in the late game. Good job by Concordia, who are now looking at the Baron to finish off and get the last bit of power. They'll have to take the Baron, go back, spend some gold, because they've gotten a lot more gold, and then work to finish off the game. This be blue team taking it out before Bon the Quad is even able to throw anything in that direction. He just gets to watch the final hit tick down on that objective. Fantastic situation right now for Concordia to be in, as they are simply just looking to wrap up this game. They are now almost a solid 10k gold ahead, all thanks to the mid laner, the Bug, and El Green Gonzo. Also, let's take a look at Pinewall, who has not yet died on this Nami. Talk about a support who's able to carry her own. She is one of the shot callers and the team captain of this team. That's definitely a way to show it right there. Fantastic look by all of these players right now, who are just really working very well together as a team. The calls are concise, even with the issue of Rafi Puffy in the top lane. They knew the whole time who would outscale and finish up in the end. As we now get to see the last defense here out of the Warriors. That's going to be Nami throwing in the ult as 3 members go in onto that. The double kill coming out from the Bug, as he is unstoppable, and that will be Concordia University winning this match against the Warriors. Good job to our players, and a fantastic game. Let's take a little bit of a look at the end score screen here. I mean, across the board, you had a very good carry in Rafi Puffy, who just wasn't able to finish it off, going 5-5. He had wonderful CS the entire game, though. Let's just take a look real quick here at the graphs. Once again, look at this. You've got the Bug and El Green Gonzo just doing massive and dumping tons of damage. Both of them able to out-damage Rafi Puffy. On top of that, you've got Mr. Boogie Woogie. All 3 top damagers coming out. It was just very, very well done on that side. We're going to go ahead and take a look real quick here at the gold earned stat as well, just to see where all the gold was being dumped into. And you can see gold across the board, very high for Concordia in all of the carries, like it should be, as well as Rafi Puffy mostly taking the gold there, but a very well done job by the Concordia Bulldogs. So we will be back later. There's actually a pretty big gap between our next 2 games, as the next game for the League of Legends team is not going to be until 7:30. So we will be back at around 7:30, so in an hour and a half for that game. We hope to see you then, and we'll just be sitting listening to some music while we wait.